Hi everyone, it's Helena from The Healing Light, and today the talk is about inner child, codependent, needy relationships. Why do we get into them? We get into them sometimes because we didn't heal the trigger, that past, the shadow, what we have got inside of ourselves. We didn't understand it, and that's the way how we learn to have God, as I would call it, a love language. Not to do anything with the book about the love languages. This is to do with the talk what I have got when I'm trying to explain why we get into the certain relationships, because obviously our soul, our inside of ourselves, it needs to heal it, or we're looking for it because we actually only learn how to have God love like this. So what does that represent? Sometimes that represents is in a sense of mum and dad would have called us to do something, and they would have given us a hugs and kisses and say to us, that's such a good thing. So we actually want exactly the same thing in our partner in the future. We want to have that kind of affection, that kind of attention, that kind of neediness. We'll do something for them to receive love. So we have got that attachment of neediness. We need to actually do something that we can actually get love. But what if that person, because he doesn't or she doesn't understand that that's how we operating, because this is how we know, we learn this from the parents. So that's why I always say this, especially now when we are in this age where we are getting to know so much about emotions and about the love and what everything didn't work for us in a childhood, and we actually questioning it. Our parents did not question it, and I've got both of my parents living and asking them such a things like this, it's over their head. They really truly don't understand it. I mean, as I was a little girl, they didn't even understand the energy work and the things what I was producing out of my body. So how could I even ask them about the emotional stuff? They just don't understand it, and that's okay. That's fine by me. My dad is nearly 80. That's fine. So what I want to say to you is, when we go into the relationship, the best thing is to actually heal the inner child prior to it. But if we didn't, and you're coming to meet me now, we'll work through it to get on top of it. That you understand that it's not healthy to do something, expect a big hoorah, big hugs and kisses and things like that it will happen because you just done something, and then on the other side you're empty. On the other pendulum, you go empty because you've done all of this stuff. Where is your recognition? You didn't receive the recognition, so therefore you're absolutely upset and almost gutted, especially for females worse than a man, because of the emotions are governing us. And then we're just going like, I didn't receive this, he doesn't love me, he doesn't appreciate me, he doesn't actually understands me. But how is he going to understand you when you didn't explain to him? And secondly is, if you actually work on these issues, what you have got, what they're triggering you, then you'll have a much more loving relationship. Being a female or male, another thing, what I really want to point it up. So we work through the inner child, but we work through operating within authentic you. Is that a masculine? Is that a feminine inside of the woman and masculine inside of the man? Though we both have got those energies, but I want feminine operating more from the feminine way and a man operating more from the divine masculine. I want that we incorporate that together with the inner child, that you're operating from a feminine. So when you're going to speak to your partner, that you speak about from within your heart and you say, what you've done today triggered me because I learned this in my past. And I have to work through it. And that's why it triggered me. Explain to him. How is he going to know? He's not going to know. He can't read your mind. And getting upset about it is going to just only cause more, dividing, fights, not understanding. We want to have a loving relationship. So come from within your heart. Explain to him or her within your heart too. If you can't communicate, then you should look into having a therapy sessions, come for the counseling together as a couple. And what I suggest is in the beginning, first of all, come by yourself, that you work on stuff, what you need to work on. Let's go see if the relationship is changing. Let's go see, and it does. Let's go see, because you're starting to understand more of yourself and how can you actually work it. And the beautiful things what actually starts happening because you're actually understanding your scars and his scars. I do tune in. I do see what happens. I always done this. Since I was a kid, I can see things around the people and what happened to them. And why did a particular scar develop, and why do we have got them inside? I was always like this. So we will work through it. Sometimes even if a partner doesn't want to come in, we'll work through the things which you can do on your side. But when we have got both of you on together, it's absolutely amazing because the changes are amazing. And you're starting to fall in love again together. That's if you're both willing to work on these issues, to become authentic, to become more in power within your heart, not from your head, within your heart, to understand these scars, what you have got inside of you, because we all have got them. We all have got some kind of scars from childhood, what our parents done, or what the society done, and they are governing us. So how we can become more authentic, how we can become more of you and operating within your heart. And to top it off, remember, just be in gratitude. You have a partner. You know, you have got a life to live. Embrace it, hug it, be happy, smile within your heart, and above all, be radiant. Just glow within your heart. Open it up and glow. And your day will be straight away much, much better. Love and light to everyone.